Well, Singapore is ramping up on safe distance measures to further prevent the spread of the COVID-19 infection. All events and gatherings with 250 people or more attending will be suspended. And for events and gatherings with fewer than 250 people, there has to be a 1 metre separation between participants. Employers are strongly advised to facilitate telecommuting and teleconferencing, that should be used in place of physical meetings wherever that's possible. Lily Ying has more details.
The new measures announced today are significantly more far-reaching and more stringent than the social distancing measures announced previously. And these new measures have teeth because the government will be able to enforce them through licensing requirements for F&B outlets, entertainment venues or hotel operators. Now, those who don't comply could receive warnings, fines or have their licenses revoked. In serious cases, they may also be charged under the Infectious Diseases Act. The multi-ministry task force hopes these measures will result in a change in social behavior as well as prevent hospitals from becoming overwhelmed.
We don't want to see crowded venues. We don't want to see packed event halls. We should see more people working from home, more people ordering takeaway to eat at home. And all this means a major change in our daily routines and our daily lives. We need Singaporeans to cooperate. We will be enforcing these rules. It will lead to some inconvenience, but we also need Singaporeans to cooperate and take responsibility for these changes. And if we are all disciplined about this, it will give us better control over the situation and enable us to suppress and slow down the spread of the virus.
While we have additional capacity, we do have plans to expand them when the need arises, but we hope not to have to do so. And particularly, we have to bear in mind that our healthcare workers are working very hard, and we do want to make sure that we reduce the number of cases as much as we can, keep the numbers as low as we can, and that is why today we are announcing additional social safe distancing measures in addition to what we have announced earlier on the border controls to help us keep the number of cases to as few as possible.
Because elderly people with underlying conditions have a higher risk of a severe COVID-19 infection, the government is extending its suspension of senior-centric activities for another 2 weeks until the 7th of April. At the press conference, the task force also debunked rumours circulating on WhatsApp that Singapore will be locked down this weekend. Mr. Wong emphasised that while the social distancing measures are much stricter, Singapore is not locking down. A new app to help with contact tracing was also launched. The app uses Bluetooth technology to detect who a user might have spent periods of time with, and safeguards have been put in place to ensure privacy.
And we hope this app can also improve our confidence in those activities that do need to continue because we feel a bit more protected if there are cases that are being spread locally. As I said, this app is a means to then help that key strategy of contact tracing, augmenting the speed at which the contact tracing occurs and hopefully having it start earlier.
The app is now available for download.
Well, here's more about that app. It's called Trace Together. After downloading it, users will be prompted to register using their phone numbers. They'll have to enter a one-time password sent to them. They will then be prompted to turn on their Bluetooth function, and the app is ready. When other users are in close proximity, temporary IDs will be exchanged with those who also have this app. The date will be stored in phones for 21 days. Now, if a user has been identified as a close contact or a possible case, the Health Ministry will contact that person, and the user will have to consent to giving the ministry the logs. Singapore's Government Technology Agency says that the app doesn't collect any other personal data such as contact lists or location data. The mobile number and data will be encrypted and stored in the user's phone.